I can get back on putting some videos on YouTube. Share some classes. Monday yoga party. Welcome. Please come sit. Fold yourself in. Do the preparations. If it helps you find your seat, do the legs one at a time with that attention to the joints. To fold yourself into a seat that is steady and comfortable. Sthira Sukha Asanam. That's really referring to this pose, but I would apply it across the other poses as well, finding a balance of structure and sweetness. Sitting easy, grounding your hands. Adjust your hands so that your arms are relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. Give your weight to the earth. Very gently find length in your spine so energy can flow freely through the central channel of energy. Breathe in the right side of your nose. Breathe out the left side. Inhale left side. Exhale right side. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left side. Exhale right. Right inhale. Gentle sound. Move the breath through your nose. Directing it into the channels on the sides. The left exhale. The last one is inhale left, exhale right. Go slowly as you can. Really stretch it out. Moon channel. Sun channel. Let your hands find each other, lifting elbows, floating the hands in Pranamasana. Press your hands. 3 more breaths through both sides. With that curious attitude about the breath and the body. Trying to bring things into balance, finding the middle path. A moment to acknowledge what you're here for, intending, dedicating, wide open space there. And Om, breathe deeply in, sitting tall. Om. Allow that to feel complete. Right hand to the earth, please. Stretch out your legs. Cross your left ankle over your right and take a side bend over to the right side. Just find your way to a nice lengthening of your left side body. Please customize this and all the forms. One more time. Sit up tall, breathing in, release your legs. Left hand slides out, right arm up. Side lengthening, crossing the right ankle over the left. You know your body experience, so finding to your own degree this lengthening. Patient. One more time, breathing out. When you're ready, release, inhale, uncross. Heart lift pose, bring back your hands with your fingertips forward and your feet planted. Act as if you're lifting your hips off the ground. Press your hands into the earth, 5 breaths. Spinning outward energy in the hands and shoulders. Adding that tiny measure of forward roll just to counter the going back. The downward gaze also counters here. Fourth breath, press your hands, press your feet. One more time. Press your hands, release Malasana, garland pose, our little squat from the seat, widen the knees. Hold your shins, guide your heart forward so you'll lengthen across the low back, along the spine. Reach through if you'd like, press palms or just reach your arms forward. Inhale for 4. Exhale. One more breath. Breath complete. Release your spine back and your knees together. Cross your ankles. Bring your hands open to the earth ahead of your knees and carefully come to your knees, releasing your legs back one at a time. Rise to kneeling for a moment to warm up your wrists a bit with some circling. And then bring your hands to the earth, maybe ahead of your shoulders or right underneath them. Nice. Plant the top of your right foot and the top of your left foot with a little stamp to create a clear connection. Right arm reaches, left leg reaches back, opposite reaching for 1, 2, finding Uddiyana Bandha, navel towards the spine. A little soften your balancing arm, elbow. One more breath. Add a little energy. Hand comes down, spreading with care. Release the knee as well. And the other side, reach. Reach for 1. Try not to be disturbed by any of these requests. Find a neutral attitude. Equanimity. One more time. Deep breath, add energy. Grow on that last breath. Release, release. Puppy pose, tuck your toes. So an active child's pose here. Carefully settle back towards your heels. Stretch your arms long, bring down your head with your elbows staying up. Active dog. Active puppy. Hands make that nice spreading, open rest on the earth. Forehead resting. We are generating wellness in our bodies. Drop into that. Enjoy. This is part of your life. Inhale when you're ready. Pull into cow spine. So tummy toned, heart forward, face forward. Inhaling energy. Exhale, cat spine. Round your tail. Drop your head. Lift your mid back. Flowing a few more times. Extend. Process. Move your spine with care. Movement with breath. One more time. Downward facing dog. One more inhale, extend, tuck your toes. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward face. Lengthen your spine long, hips up towards the sky. Rise to the balls of your feet for a moment just to find that pike, that uplift in the low belly. And then let your weight settle back towards your heels. Head dropping down. Shoulders wrapped towards the heart. One more breath, keeping the pranic energy of the summer season high, continuing to practice jumping if it works for your body. Finding some lightness in your steps is also good. And then a nice grounded, strong exhale to release to forward fold. Extended spine, stand up, press your feet, rise, reach. Go slowly with this transition. Exhale, breath matches the arm movement coming down. Take your time, ground complete. Up the center line, inhale. Side bend to the right. Take away any excess effort. Use your groundedness, your bandhas. Inhale to center, gaze up, stretch up. Exhale, left. Shoulders are drawing down as you reach the arms. Firm the muscles around the bones of the legs. And 5, breathing in, come to center, add that energy of reaching. Bend your elbows, your hands come behind your head, and then forward fold. Bring your arms down to where they reach, tuck your chin. Halfway lift pose, move your hands if you like, or just work with yourself here. Maybe bend your knees. Forward energy in this inhale. Hands prepare, and then go back. Downward facing dog. Cross your right ankle over your left. And explore coming to a side plank on the left side. Your left knee could come down. Trying something new with me. And coming back to center, downward facing dog, long spine. Now the left ankle behind the right, trying that side plank variation. It's okay to bring the right knee down. It's okay to feel awkward, to try something new. The process of growth and understanding. One more time. Big breath. Exhale. Return to your downward dog and rest for 5 breaths. The openness in your hands helps you create healthy strength in your chest and shoulders. Step your right foot forward, angle your back heel, rise to warrior 8 position. Give yourself a few breaths if you need it to come up. If you are familiar, come on up, 5 breaths. Bend the elbows, rest your skull into your forearms, gaze down. Attention in the low back and pelvis, just add the tail tuck energy as needed. Work just the right amount of sensation. Inhale energy, straighten your arms, gaze up. Exhale, see you in downward facing dog. Other side, left foot forward, angle the back foot, rise. Take more than 1 breath if you need. Reach. Exhale, bending the elbows. Rest your head into your arms. Attention in the low back, gazing down. Stride your feet. And exhale, see you in downward dog. On this one, if you'd like to flow through the upward dog as well, you may add that in. Breathe out one more time. Inhale, come forward and halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. You don't have to go very far with this breath, so just take your time, breathe out, tuck your chin, release, long. Rising to Utkatasana, you can wiggle your feet together or hip distance apart. Bend your knees, extend your spine, and then sweep your arms up towards the sky. 5, 4, reach towards that invisible chair. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back to the floor, forward fold, 5 breaths, or where they reach. My arms are long in proportion to my torso. Work with your proportions. The low belly hollows up towards the spine here, creating a little space at the front pelvis. Folding over that space. 1 more breath. Round spine coming up. Unless you have bulging discs, then you should use the extended spine. So know your spine and know how things feel. Make your choice. That takes care. And arrive in your mountain pose. Easy wide feet. Taking the arms into the bow position and coming around to the right side for the look back twist. You may turn your feet a bit towards the right to allow yourself to look right back in the middle. And then you pull your left hand and push your right hand. Gaze back, 5 breaths. Let yourself rotate from the groundedness of the legs, so your pelvis, your heart, and your head. One more time, imagine how hard it is to pull a bow. Add that strength. Exhale, release that effort. And at the end of the breath, return back to center. And the other side, so a little bit of turnout towards the left can be nice. Easy wide feet. Rotation. Hands into fists, thumbs on the outside. Push and pull. Imagine a very difficult holding apart here. Eyes side. And steady. Just 1 more breath. Add a little bit more energy. Exhale, relax the hands and arms, release. And return to center. Step to the left side on your mat. Step wide with your toes headed out towards the corners. So your own wide for side to side lunge. Right knee bends towards the toes. Press off. Not moving the feet, just flowing from side to side for 5 rounds. Add a little glute squeeze at the top as you come up. Press, glute squeeze. Press, glute squeeze. This is the 4th set. Come for a hold for the 5th one. Support your arms. Gently challenge yourself. And find your peace. Inhale, energy, up to center, glute squeeze, top spine. And exhale, second side for 5, 4, open spreading feet, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up, tall spine, glute squeeze, and relax. Prasarita stance, the wide parallel feet stance. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, slowly come forward. Hips go back as your head comes forward. Using physics, maybe your knees bend, is coming down your legs to ankles or big toes. For the D variation, elbows wide, long spine. Especially pay attention across the seat and the low back here, finding length there. Letting energy flow. And then coming halfway up, place your right hand at the center of your mat under your face and open out to the side into a standing twist. Anywhere in this arc is fine. No further than straight up. Self-study, make sure you are paying attention to your body and breathe out when you're ready. Changing sides. Inhale, rotate, good. So this is a great one to have a little toning in your low belly, but not so much that you can't twist. You don't want to impede the twisting, but you want to create that uplift in the pelvic floor and lightly in the low belly. One more deep breath. With an exhale, release. Inhale, travel back up your legs. And exhale. There. Extending triangle to the right. Change your feet. Reach your arms. And breathe out over and down. Use the wisdom of your experience here. Scan your body where you know you need to pay attention. Up to the other side. Use your core strength, press your feet. Breathing in, up, change legs. Breathing out as you're ready, a slow descent, grounding, and opening into the shape. Taking away any excess effort once you have supported yourself coming in. And the fifth breath. The exhale naturally grounds you into your belly center. Work with that coming up with support. Rest your arms. Turn back to the front section of your mat with your knee bending over your ankle. Let's go through the reverse warrior first, leaning back. You can express yourself here with your arms. You do the cow face or just reach up and back, gaze down. Exhale into extended side angle pose. Make the necessary refinements and breathe steadily. Stuff like the shoulder down off the ear, feet open, eyes to the reaching palm. Exhale, and now coming into the middle warrior B to finish this. Infusing the poses with energy and concentration. Exhale, release your arms, straighten your leg. And come and do those three to the back of the mat. Reverse, forward, and then centered. Same stance. Knee over the ankle, side facing pelvis and torso. Reversing, up and back. Keep your gaze down. Downward centered. That is our gazing meditation. Exhale is 5. Inhale, release. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe out one more time. Inhale, Virabhadrasana B. Exhale is 5. Feel complete. Release these actions and meet you at the top of the mat with your feet close enough. If feel like it's fun to add a little hopping to your practice, only if you feel safe, but it gives you some weight bearing and it brightens your energy. Shiva's twist, standing on one foot, possibly have the toes on the floor. So make your right foot ready for the standing balance, reset and spread. The angle of the heel can make a huge difference. So just try to find a steady angle in your foot. Float up your left knee towards the ceiling and then across the front of your body. Float your arms, elbows bending and twisting away from the front knee. So those toes could refer to the floor if needed. Try to develop a nice rotation. Let your fingers dance. And come on down, release. Other side, float the knee, concentration. Bring across. Elbows bend. Dance the fingers. Twist your torso the other way. For 1, 2, 3. Give this your full attention. Breathe out one more time. And center up, releasing. Interlace your fingers, press up. Press forward. And release. Other way. Inhale, press forward and up. Forward and release. Tall spine, hands to thighs. Forward fold, exhale, slide down your legs. Let your knees bend as needed. Exploring the interlaced fingers behind the skull today. Just to gently bring your head into that forwardness with a little support. Breathe out one last time. Let your knees bend, coming back and lowering to your forearms one at a time. For dolphin pose, lock in like downward dog. Feel free to resettle your forearm muscles and bones. Hands flat or together. Prayers for dolphins, optional. May all be free from suffering. Walking back your legs, release to forearm plank for 5 more breaths. Bring softness where you can, whatever helps you. Firm legs, wide belt, pulling to the front, the midline of the front body, spreading the back body long. Come on down and release. Pelvis down, release your feet. Slide out your arms. A moment for grounding, lengthening. Feel where you touch the earth. Super people push-ups. Now we reach out, breathe in, ground your pelvis, ground your feet. Exhale, pull your hands to your shoulders, breathe out. Okay. 4 more times, inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Little lift of the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you pull your arms down by your sides. 1 more time. And half frog to the right. 8 breaths. Curl in, rest your head. Let everything go soft. Feel your heart beating into the earth. Breathe slowly and deeply and feel your heart slow down. Jaw relaxed, eyes relaxed. Just change to the other side, disturbing yourself as little as possible. For 8 breaths, come right on in. Just use the energy that's necessary to refine and settle yourself into the shape that will work. A little sense of curling towards the left from the belly. Teeth separated, lips slightly sealed, moving the breath through the nose. Go as soft as you can for 1 more breath. Straighten your leg, return to center, upward facing dog or cobra. So the hand position, that spinning outward, that readiness, finding a place of strength at the center, chest level. Strong straight arms to the knees, lift the knees, draw them forward, maybe settle them back down, gaze down, 5 breaths. Your choice. Super aware of shoulders, low back. Dynamic stretch of the belly. Release through tabletop. Child's pose, side reaching to the right side, come on back. Rise up to kneeling. Breathe in. Breathe out, downward dog with a lion's breath. Exhale. Side reaching child's pose, untuck your toes, sneak back. Other side, rest. Head down. Just a little lift in the armpits. Breathing out. Cow spine, inhale. Lion's breath, exhale, downward dog. Let go of any frustration as you can. Ekapada Raja, 1 leg king pigeon pose or figure 4 on your back. Draw your right knee forward. Bring your left leg straight back, including your foot. You may bring a support, rolled up blanket or something underneath your hip, or you may rest in your hip. So come on in if you know this shape. Just always a little safety talk about finding a way to work with this. So the closed knee, unless you know you can open your knee joint and bring it out to the side more. All right, let's do 5 more breaths, out and down to your own degree. We are trying to square the pelvis towards the ground in this pose. Let go of any notion of perfection and just work with your body. Sthira Sukha Asana. Structure, sweetness, home in the pose. One more time, breathe out. And release for the second side. So about 8 breaths total. Give yourself time to settle and arrange, to listen to your low back, your hips, your knees, all that to your own degree. Long spine. Building trust with your own body, paying attention. One more time, slowly exhale. And another chance to come through the down dog shape with the lion's exhale if you would like to add that breath. And coming through to the knees, please. Rise, cushion possibly for a couple of low lunges, bringing your right foot forward. Rotation in the low lunge. And 5. Returning to center. Possibly bending your back knee. So you really come above your knee joint, catching that ankle. Just work with where you can work with that request. King Arthur's pose. Shoulder shrug. And carefully draw back to Hanuman's fold. Letting your left hand come to the underside of your thigh and your right hand rest down on the floor. Draw back your toes to your own degree. Ground your back foot. Don't hold back on your forward fold. Come down as close as you can to your leg. One more time, breathe out. Release these actions and find the second side. Low lunge, knee down, knee over ankle, and the rotation. And exhale 5. Return to center, King Arthur's pose, bending your back knee. So it actually brings you above your kneecap onto the floor. So use cushioning or just skip that part if it is too much. Gaze down. You could wrap the back of your waist instead. One more time. Careful release, draw back your hips, come to your heel, draw back your toes. Hanumanasana, right hand to the left thigh, left hand to the earth for 5 breaths. Or the hamstrings, the underside of the leg. Breathe out once again. Bend your knee, bring back your foot. Coming to sit down, so reversing our jump back. Cross your ankles and use your hands to lift over your feet and prop yourself to your seat, maybe right on that blanket cushion. Bring out your legs. It's okay if your knees are bent. Let's look at Marichi's pose today, bringing your right leg in a little bit wider than your hip. So there's at least a hand space between your foot and your other leg. Activate your straightened leg and come forward on the inside of the bent knee. Preparation, one more time. And then playing with the idea of wrapping the arms back. So we're going to do that internal shoulder roll, both arms. Bring your hands to the sides, maybe towards the back. So you can stop at any point. Internal shoulders, maybe bend your elbows and look for your other fingers back there. Reach your head towards your extended leg foot for 5 breaths. The right foot presses into the earth like you're going to stand up on it. And you don't have to bind for this to be effective. So just be where you are. We don't do this one all the time. Breathe out. Releasing the arms, changing the side of the legs. So we need a determined foundation, even a pick up and resettle. So you feel like you could just lift up off the ground, pressing into that foot. The other leg active, arms inside, hinge forward to your own degree. So this is one aspect, is the forward fold. Nice, lengthen the low back, use breath there to support. Exhale. Exploring the internal shoulder rotation and the coming out. So just right out to the sides, that is a lovely place to work. Maybe keep going, letting your elbows bend, fingers curious about each other, lengthen forward. Calming quality. One more time. Release. Release. And just let your legs shake out, be free. Come to lie down, please. Keep up with your legs straight, lie down. Resist, resist, point your toes. Have anything you need for rest, have a little sip if you need. And lying down when you're ready. Lie down in stretched out pose to begin. Arms overhead, reach through your feet. Just lengthen out gently upon the earth. And lower your arms slowly by your sides. Pull your feet in one at a time. Pick up your pelvis and resettle with a long spine. Coming up and down 3 times in bridge. Bring your arms up alongside your ears as you breathe in. Press and lift. Refine feet as needed. Arms come up alongside your ears. Lift your hips high. Exhale, reverse. Relax all the way. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bandhas. And then inhale, come up. Just notice if there's a difference there with the engagement, especially in the pelvic floor, supporting the shape. Relax completely. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Draw the pelvic floor in and up. Navel tones. Inhale again. Bring yourself up and your arms up. Hold 2 more breaths. And the last one, just to prepare to come down. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower. Relax, release everything. Bring your arms up alongside you with your palms facing the sky. Turn out your toes and go to the right side with both of your knees. Gently explore your range of motion in your hips going side to side. Coming back over to the first side for a hold. Just keep that foundation unless you need to change it. Let your head roll, rest. There's some action in the legs, bringing them into these rotations. Over to the other side, roll your skull to center, bring your legs over, and then turn your head away for 5 breaths. And 5. Roll back to center. Bring your arms by your side, centered skull. Lift your feet one at a time off the ground. Let's try a few bicycle circles going forward. Just imagine pedals, knees bend as needed. Slightly awkward is natural here. Reverse your pedals. 7 and 8. Feet together, legs up. Consider your options to stay right here. Relax legs in the air. Sarvangasana, if you would like to work on your shoulder stand, if that's in your practice. Legs upside down in some way. Working the shoulder stand unsupported, but it is supported. Keep your chin away from your chest if you're in shoulder stand. Determined reaching. Each exhale, strengthen the low belly. One more breath. Transition maybe to wide legs if you have legs in the air, or to Halasana plow pose from shoulder stand, traditional partnering there. Let your toes try to drag through the dirt. Slow, deep breathing. Rolling down carefully with resistance. So think about the straight legs lie down, similar kind of resisting knees to your chest. Rocking up. Coming to your knees for little baby headstand, rabbit pose. Super safe. Very, very light touch to the top of the head with the support of the arms. Ground your feet together. If you feel wonderfully stable and want to bring your hands towards your heels or just catch your legs, you may do that. Only if you know it's safe for your body. Otherwise, keep your support. Balasana, child's pose. Try to really tuck your forehead towards your knees deeply and drape your arms. Maybe even trying to touch your fingertips behind you. Breathe out slowly one more time. Come through and sit down with one more option for the flowing through to seated as you like. Coming back to your easy pose or your Padmasana variations of choice. See where your body's feeling good right now. No force, no strain. Extend your arms like waterfalls so they hands rest on the knees, palms up. Lightly bring together your thumb and index finger on each hand. The other 6 fingers extend into the earth. Lightly tuck your chin. Breathe in very slowly. Very small amount at a time. Gradually let the exhale energy come, controlling the speed. Slow, slow. You might take regular breath between these sets. So 3 to 5 altogether, that's 1. Maybe pause. And then as slowly as you possibly can, inhaling. Exhaling. Don't force, just try to really find your stretch. Use your concentration. Free breath if you like. One more time. Long, slow breath. Swirling the breath. And with the light tuck of the chin, we are containerizing the breath in our torso. So that inhale just comes to the chin and there's a little lock there. And the exhale heads down towards the root of the body. And then squeezes into the belly center at the end. And release once that feels complete. Heart lift pose one more time. Lean back, lift your chest. Gaze down. And release. Time for rest. I'm just going to flow through one more time, but I don't need to do that to you guys. That's a lot of information. I let the breath work there at the end, leave you with a nice quality in your mind. Continue to rest with your breathing, resting your body. This is your rest. Don't offer yourself comfort with the way you arrange your body, any supports. Where do your arms and hands want to be right now? That was a lot of doing time. Now is this being. The body's suitably tired enough for some rest. Let this information be received. Continue to observe, so if there's any holding anywhere, you can continue to let go. Throat soft and open. Eyes rest deeply back in their sockets. 7 white butterflies, delicate in a hurry, look how they bang the pages of their wings as they fly to the fields of mustard yellow and orange and plain gold. All eternity is in the moment. This is what Blake said to Whitman, said such wisdom in the agitated motions of the mind. 7 dancers floating, even as worms toward paradise, see how they banter and riot and rise to the trees flutter, lob their white bodies into the invisible wind, weightless, lacy, willing to deliver themselves unto the universe. Now each settles down on a yellow thumb, on a brassy stem. Now all 7 are rapidly sipping from the golden towers. Who would have thought it could be so easy? If you'd like to spend a little time in Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing your feet together, letting your knees fall apart. And you may add to that the interlace of the hands behind the skull, and that can just give you a little brightness to your energy as you transition. Feel the muscles of your breathing. Feel the strength of your breathing from being a yogi. Those rounding exhales and expansive inhales. 2 more times. Relax. Breathe deeply. Allow the legs to stretch out slowly, one at a time. Also the arms along the ears, lie down, stretch out, breathe in. Breathe out, transition to the knees into the chest, bringing them one at a time. Find your favorite holds and take a few breaths. Stillness or gentle movement, all fine. Which is least disturbing to you, to come up to one side or to rock up to seated? Your choice. Where does your energy want to go? Whatever is the least amount of effort. Be present for a 3-breath meditation to finish. Letting the space between the ears float. Hands to your heart, breathing in. Down. Thank you. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And it's such a treat to work with you. Share this.
Thank you, Blossom.
Thank you, Blossom.